Well, g'day all, Peter Clark here from O'Brien Real Estate, and welcome back to our video tutorials updating you on all the legislation changes, or at least some of the most prominent legislation changes coming on the 29th of March. Joined here again by Hayley, and today we're going to talk about disclosure statements before leasing. So Hayley, talk us through what we now need to disclose before leasing a property.
Yeah, there's a lot, which is really interesting. So this is a brand new one for us in Victoria, and it will kind of follow the path, I guess, a little bit like commercial, where they've got disclosure statements that we have to provide to our renters prior to signing a lease. The first one is any embedded electricity network. So if you have a block of 200 flats and they can only go with AGL, you will need to disclose that information to a renter prior to them signing up, because it means they can't negotiate the best price for themselves. They have to go with that one provider. Homicide has come into it, so you will need to disclose any homicides for up to 5 years, and it doesn't say anything about suicide or natural causes. It does just say homicide, so there's a 5-year disclosure on that one. That the property complies with minimum standards, and we will go through that in a separate topic because that's a huge one that's coming forward. Any mould that's been in the property, so if it's happened before the 31st of December 2021, we will need to disclose that for up to a 3-year period as well. So that's only mould or damp caused by or related to the building structure. Heritage Act, so for properties a registered place, we'll need to disclose that. We'll also need to disclose the dates of all the gas, electric and pool compliance safety checks, which again, another topic, we'll go into that in detail. And then with that, we also will have to disclose if there are any outstanding recommendations from those gas safety or pool compliance checks. If there's been any ongoing building works with the property, or there's anything through planning or any owners corporation issues moving forward. And one of the things was combustible cladding. And probably one of the biggest ones is drugs in rental properties. And it doesn't happen very often, but it does happen if there's cultivation or trafficking of drugs, then that will need to be disclosed for a 5-year period as well. Asbestos is the other one. So they're kind of the major ones, and all of these are a disclosure from the residential rental provider to the renter, and it's only if the residential rental provider knows about it. So if it's unknown, then they obviously don't need to disclose.
The landlord can't, or a rental provider, we will get that through our...
I nearly have.
Yeah, they obviously can't disclose things that they're not aware of.
Correct.
But in the event that they are aware of, they need to make sure that they're disclosed. And it's very much just about the health and safety of the renter in the property.
Yeah, and being able to give them a choice. Do I want to rent this property if there's ongoing issues, or there have been major issues in the past? So I don't foresee it being a massive issue moving forward. And again, it's that change of procedure that we need to get our head around from an office level.
Very good. It's a world full of disclosure these days. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back with our next update very soon.